Hello everyone, JohnnyThunderEAS&Weather here with an update to the Day 1 severe weather outlook. There can be some minor changes with the Day 1 outlook, so I got to address those. Alright, first off, the northern edge of the slight risk. The northern edge of the slight risk has been shaved off. Alright, the northern edge of the slight risk has been shaved off, so Washington, D.C. is now included in the marginal now, no longer the slight in D.C. There is no longer a slight for D.C. The slight risk, however, still covers southern Maryland and much of Virginia. In addition, the slight risk has been expanded westward to include more of West Virginia, south central Ohio, and far northeastern Kentucky. Cities in today's slight include Virginia Beach, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and Newport News, Virginia. Alright, so like I said, the northern edge of the slight has been shaved off a little bit, so now DC is no longer included in the slight. So, and as far as the marginal here, the marginal again now includes DC. So, yeah. So the marginal remains the same largely, but there might have been some slight expansions of the marginal a little bit westward, but I'm not really going to touch on that since, I gotta continue, this video. So, yeah. So this marginal up here remains the same. Alright, the marginal up here remains the same. Northwestern Texas, as well as the Panhandle and southwestern Oklahoma, remains the same with this marginal. So no changes there. And the marginal down here got revoked. So, and the marginal up here remains kind of the same. At first, it just included Oregon and Idaho, but now it also includes southwestern Montana, far southeastern Washington State, northeastern California, and northern Nevada. Alright? Cities in today's marginals include Columbus, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Cincinnati, Ohio, and Louisville, Kentucky. So, going to today's tornado threat, there are two areas where we have 2% tornado risk areas for today. So earlier the Storm Prediction Center did not have any tornado threat, but now they do. So this first 2% here covers parts of the Texas Panhandle, and another 2% tornado risk today covers southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, far northwestern Louisiana, and southwestern Arkansas. The 2% tornado risk areas today include Hot Springs, Arkansas, Texarkana, Texas, Texarkana, Arkansas, Paris, Texas, and Benton, Arkansas. Going to the wind, there is a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today. So there still remains this 15% wind risk here. Like I said, the northern part of the 15% wind risk got shaved off, so the 15% wind risk no longer includes Washington, D.C., but it still includes southern Maryland and much of Virginia, which it did before. But now the 15% wind risk got expanded northwestward to include more of West Virginia, south central Ohio, and far northeastern Kentucky. The 15% wind risk area today includes Virginia Beach, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and Newport News, Virginia. Alright, so, and this 5% wind risk here remains largely the same. There might have been some slight expansion with the 5% here, but, I'm not going to touch on that since I don't have time to address the very small changes with that. So, the 5% wind risk up here remains the same, and here's the 5% wind risk here. There is an addition, the Storm Prediction Center, however, as of the midday update, has issued an extra 5% wind risk here, which covers southeastern Oklahoma, southwestern Arkansas, far northwestern Louisiana, and northeastern Texas, which coincides with this extra marginal here. Oh, come on. And the 5% wind risk up here, kind of the same, but the states of Oregon and Idaho, this 5% wind risk up here earlier only encompassed parts of Ohio, only encompassed parts of Oregon and Idaho, but also encompasses northeastern California, far northern Nevada, far southeastern Washington, and southwestern Montana. The 5% wind risk areas today include Columbus, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Cincinnati, Ohio, and Louisville, Kentucky. And the black dashed area here is the highest potential for hurricane-force wind gusts of 74 miles per hour higher from thunderstorms today. The black dashed area is the highest potential for hurricane-force thunderstorm wind gusts of 74 miles per hour higher. Alright? So, yeah, areas outside the black dashed area. Areas outside the black dashed area are mainly 60 to 70 miles per hour. Alright, the black dashed area today includes Boise, Idaho, Meridian, Idaho, Caldwell, Idaho, Eagle, Idaho, and Kuna, Idaho. And now for today's hail risk. See if that changed. So, the 5% hail risk here remains the same, so I'm not really going to touch on that. The 5% hail risk up here remains the same. 5% hail risk remains the same here. Alright? And I'm not sure, and there's a 5% wind risk, hail risk up here, so yeah, I don't know if there is, I don't remember if, this, I don't remember if this was here before, but anyway, this is the 5% hail risk up here. So, anyway, the 5% hail risk areas today include Washington, D.C., Virginia Beach, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, and Lubbock, Texas. So, in summary, scattered severe thunderstorms are possible across parts of the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic this afternoon and evening. Strong to severe gusts capable of producing wind damage should be the primary hazard, but isolated hail may also occur. So, that's the day 1 update to the outlook. For day 1, stay safe in infected areas today. Stay safe in infected areas today. Whether you're in the slight or the marginal, since you never know what slight and marginals can pull off sometimes. And I'll have my day 2 severe weather outlook soon once that's updated. Take care.